All right, everyone, this is a long-awaited all signs reading for Saturn retrograde. It's in Pisces. Saturn retrograde in Pisces. Fine, we'll say it. Wow, this is some massive energy. This blends with Pluto retrograde. The teacher is still in the room. The students anticipate, oh, I can just fuck around. I can just screw around. The teacher's going to go on a break. Blah, blah, blah. You know, this reminds me of Mr. Dacey. Mr. Dacey was my science teacher in 8th and I think 10th grade. I had him twice. Anyway, Mr. Dacey had a car accident or a motorcycle accident years before, a decade or so before. And as a result, one of his legs was shorter than the other. So he wore the one Herman Munster shoe on one foot. I think it was his left foot. And I remember every time he'd leave the room, we had a kid that would always stand at the door. And you could always tell long in advance when Mr. Dacey was coming, when he was coming back, because you'd hear the ka-dunk, ka-dunk, ka-dunk coming down. You hear that one Herman Munster shoe hitting the damn linoleum floor. Well, he's not leaving this time. He's sticking around with his Herman Munster shoe. And everybody in the class got to learn their lessons. We got a lot of truths coming here. I love this energy. I love how it plays with Pluto retrograde, so I hope you watch the Pluto retrograde reading too, because these two are going to be hand in hand. They really are. Let's do it. It's a general reading. It may or may not resonate with you. I hope Mr. Dacey's watching. He was fun. I loved him. We had a class project. We helped him put a Chevy 350 in a Vega. Oh man, that thing hauled ass. We had to beef up the suspension and everything. I know, I grew up in redneck land. What can I say? It's a general reading. It may or may not resonate with you, but if the title brought you in here, you found Steve's Love Tarot, you're here for a reason. This reading is timeless. Whenever you find it, you're meant to find it. It is incredible energy here. We got truth. It's pre-shuffle. Surface energy. I asked the universe, tell me about Saturn retrograde. Okay. Truth. Justice and the American way. It's Superman's motto, right? It really is. It's Superman right here. Truth, justice, and the American way. I can take the word American off if you want. I know people around the world. Truth, justice, and whatever country you're in way. It's just, again, it's about realizing what's going to make us happy. It's about realizing that just what the Four of Wands represents. It's really about and talking about it. I'm drawn to the blue here. There's conversations happening with ourselves a lot that hurl us forward. The Knight of Wands, right? Building on solid foundations, the Three of Pentacles. It's all about being open and honest emotionally. The King of Cups is bookending the Ace of Swords. Underneath this, just for fun, by the way, just why did I read it that way? Well, victory. Transformation, heart chakra open. I mean, it's just awesome. The teacher stays in the room. The students have to sit down, put their heads down, and study. Can't fuck around, can't shoot spitballs. Not going to listen for the Herman Munster shoe coming down the damn hallway. Ka-tunk, ka-tunk, ka-tunk. Hey, he's coming back. All right, everybody sit down. Right? No, nobody getting up. The lessons that Pluto is having us re-review, the teacher's staying in the room. There's a lot of karma attached here. All of this has to do with your Four of Wands, okay? It's the road to the Ten of Pentacles, yes, but it's more than that. It's a stable, structured energy. It's about getting things right, right? All right. I'm pulling on the incoming energy. Roles can be reversed, but I'm pretty good at splitting my polarities. Give me the influence of Saturn retrograde on the soulmate cycle. This first card out's before the cut. It's why the fuck are we here? Why the fuck are we here? Oh, all right. Flem and I just had a nice big breakfast. We split an omelet. He loves eggs, which is really kind of weird for a bird, I suppose, but he does love eggs. It is the Seven of Wands. It's why the fuck are we here? It's about doing what's right. Why does this look familiar? Didn't this come up in a recent reading in this position? Wasn't it the mid-month? Oh, I love a repeating message. I do. The Seven of Wands. It's, in this instance, this energy, I'm only drawn to the flame. Okay? The flame. It's about doing what's right. Getting things right. Stopping, having the high ground. taking the a lofty view of things. Okay? Yeah. Knight of Cups. As your runners do that, they want to come towards you. This is, again, somebody here sees the benefit in this, under this energy. Oh, yeah. Well, you have a soul contract with this person, so, you know, that makes sense. Let's pull ourselves a reading. Give me the influence of Saturn retrograde on the soulmate cycle. Let's go. Let's see where we're at. Now, this overall energy crosses that Seven of Wands. I want you to keep that in mind. I don't always point that out, but my overall energy card crosses that card before the cut. And I don't know why I'm pointing it out, but it's probably going to be important. Yep, it is. Remember, Knight of Cups came after it. Page of Wands. Communication energy coming off of this. From someone who wants to make something work. What's fueling it? Yeah, I'm right. I'm right. We even got an energy match. If you look at the backgrounds, it's pretty close. Two soulmates coming together. Somebody wants to unite these two cups. One cup is already sitting, the way the energy plays out, one cup is already sitting there, someone else brings the other cup. Now there's two cups. Also, when they take that lofty perspective under this energy, it's sort of like, I keep talking about teachers, because Saturn's kind of a teacher, right? Teachers, a good teacher, will make the student figure out the answer, right? Because it'll absorb better, and they'll get some confidence from doing that. But a good teacher will also explain things properly, right? Probably better than me on some level. Sometimes some of my homespun analogies are a bit much. But, you know, I don't joke about anything that's not in this energy. I talked about Mr. Dacey. He was a damn fine teacher. It was because of him that I got into science, that I stuck with it, that I kept studying it, right? All the fun stuff. He made science fun, right? This energy has a way of doing that. It makes it feel okay, in a way. And I say that purely because I'm drawing one of the roses here is in the strength card in this deck, okay? Wow. Wicked, wicked. We did some fun experiments in that class. We did. He put physics in motion, you know, kind of a thing. All right. Overall energy, the energy of your connection is here. How your person's behaving in the 3D is here. Their soul is here. Hidden energy, message from the universe is here. Technically read with the energy of your connection, but I bet she got a separate message for us today, and yeah, she's a she. Right here's the potential final outcome. I say potential because I cannot predict free will. Nobody can. I will clarify everything. Throw some universe cards at the end, and you bet your sweet asses I'm going to extend this one. It's a very important reading. As important as Pluto retrograde. All right? This one goes out to Mr. Dacey. All right, here we go. Energy around your connection. 7 cups. It's confusion. It's confusion. They're confused. I'm confused. I've been drinking tea for 3 days. All right, there we go. Sorry, had to take a swig. It's confusion. I don't know what it means yet. I'm being honest with you. And again, teachers have a way of alleviating confusion. We'll find out. We'll find out more as we go and when we clarify. It is a confusion energy. Perhaps they're confused as to why they never went towards this before. I don't know. I believe it. They're looking at a lot of their deceptions. How are they behaving in the 3D? We find out more. We're like little Sherlock Holmeses, right? Judgment. Yeah, I'm right. It's a phoenix rising energy. It's a resurrection energy. It's someone who wants a second chance. They don't quite know how to get it, but they want it. This is a student that wants to learn on some level. This energy will do that to you. I don't joke about anything that's not in the energy or say anything. I said Mr. Dacey made science fun. He's why I got into it. Right? This energy kind of does that. This is Mr. Dacey. That's what this energy is. It really is. Soul energy, bookending this. And I'm being honest with you, I'm not 100% sure what's there, of what this means. 5 of Wands. They're not either. They're not 100% sure what this all means. But they could pass a test on it. You've all taken tests like that, haven't you? where you don't really, you just kind of memorize the formulas or whatever. You don't really know what it all means. You just memorized a bunch of shit. Like a lot of times that's a chemistry test, right? You'll memorize a bunch of the CH2O3 kind of stuff. Like you just memorized it from the book. You don't really know. You're not a chemist at that point, right? There's not a lot of resistance here to this person showing up. But it's almost like taking that test and not really being, you're just writing down answers you memorized. Yeah. It's a bit of why college doesn't make someone smart, right? You see these people all the time. In fact, I think it was The Daily Show or one of those John Oliver type shows that had a whole panel of people, right? And they were just picking on them because they all said, I'm from Harvard. I'm from Harvard. And it was like 100 people just going back and forth, well, I'm from Harvard, you know, and blah, 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 blah. You go to Harvard, Oxford, Stanford, all the Fords. Any of the Fords you want to go to, it's not going to make you smarter. You're either smart when you get there or you're not, right? Anybody could pass a test. You know, it's just, you just memorize shit and pass a test. It doesn't mean you're good at it. It's why there are some doctors that are better than others, right? They understand it on a higher level. It's a bit of that pass the test energy here. This person is kind of at Harvard right now, and they're, you know, they're at emotional Harvard, if you will. And they could pass the test, but they don't really understand what they're writing down on the paper. It's almost like they just coming in. Because they feel like they're almost driven to. They feel like they have to. Judgment's this is God's source, the universe itself. I knew this was going to be a tricky reading. That's why I had an omelet. All right, let's talk to the universe. Let's get some more data here. Okay, we'll get more when we clarify. Six of Swords. Yeah, it's what I just said. They're just coming in. This is usually a boat that's not, it has no motor on it or anything. It's just somebody kind of put it with like a stick in the water and they're just sort of drifting along. Yeah, they're just drifting in quietly. I think they show up, but I think it's real quiet. It's almost like somebody standing there going, yeah, why are you here? And you say, yeah, why are you here? You know, Saturn told me to. Okay. Okay, cool. Potential final outcome, red with Judgment. Yeah, it's what I said. It's 8 swords. They don't know. They don't know they don't know why, but they want this. I want it. I don't know why. There's a whole bunch of overthinking about it. That's why this is confusion. This is why that's confusion. Okay. But our overall energy is communication. Someone's standing up and fighting for something, but they don't know what the fuck they're fighting for. Or that person who's taking a test, just writing down things they memorized, but they don't really know what they mean. You know? But that's what's happening. The teacher's in the room, got to make it look good. Okay, well, it's a good way to get kids to study, but maybe, you know, the teacher could speak up a little bit. All right, 7 of Cups, why is it here? Let's talk to the witches, you guys. Let's do it. I'm shuffling the witches. All right, what's going on? What's going on here? Why is it here? 7 of Cups. Man, and I really feel like pulling a reading today. I'm really into this, but I'm having a hard time explaining this energy to you, so I'm going to have to home spin it. I know what I want to say, but I don't know if you guys would perceive it the right way, so I'm hoping the clarifiers help me out. Right? I mean, I pretty much summed it up here a little bit. Yeah, Queen of Pentacles crossing that confusion energy around the connection. They know they want it. They don't quite understand it. Again, this is part of what this 8 of Swords is about. I know a lot of you don't believe it when I say this, but these runners are very intimidated by you. You just seem to have your shit together, okay? It's intimidating. What's on top? Judgment. See? Judgment. Karma. Saturn. A lot of karma involved here. Judgment on top of it. It's just someone desperately wants a second chance, but I don't know why. What's that song? I like big butts, but I don't know why. Right? It's like that. He didn't know why. He doesn't know why he likes big butts. Doesn't know. They don't know why they like your big butt or little butt or flat butt. Whatever the hell kind of butt you got. Why's Judgment here? Oh, 3 swords. Oh, I know what this is. I could explain it. I can home spin it as summer school. I don't know if you have summer school in your country, but whatever country you're in. But here in the U.S., we have summer school. It's instead of getting held back a grade, you go to school in the summer and they re-go over all of the stuff you learned the previous year. You retake some tests on it, and then if you pass, you can move forward on it here. It's a bit of that. Somebody here is re-feeling all of the pain of disconnection. Literally going, the teacher is going back over the material. So it's the teacher's still in the room because it's summer school. Oh. All right, let's pull on Judgment, which we know is tied to 3 swords. Okay. Why's Judgment here? Oh, I love a reading like this. I like a challenge after an omelet. 3-egg omelet with spinach, right? And some jalapeno peppers. Whew. My mouth's on fire, but I'm all right. Let's see where we go. You'd be glad you're not here. You wouldn't want to smell my breath right now. Or Flem the parrot's breath, for that matter. All right, Judgment. Why is it here? Do you see the feedback loop? Do you see Judgment with Judgment, right? 7 cups with 7 cups. Yeah. It's everything I've already told you. I can't repeat it again. Okay? It's summer school. Going back over, reliving this whole thing. Why did I go toward them? Why? Round and round, overthinking the lesson too much. And this happens a lot, especially with science. That's why a lot of people are afraid of science. They overthink it. They go in assuming it's hard, like calculus or trigonometry and things like that. They go in assuming it's hard. So they've already preset themselves to kind of fail. Why don't you just go in neutral and assume you can learn it? It's not that hard, actually. What's going on? What's on top? And that's what Mr. Dacey showed us. Right? All right, here we go. Hangman. They're getting a new perspective on this 3 of Swords, on your connection. But that perspective is being overthought too much. Don't worry. I got high hopes here. Why is the Hangman here? You know, the 2 of Swords. The overthinking is leaving them in a bit of a... But they're still coming your way. It's just a very confused person. Okay? It's like you... I'm just going to give you an example. It's like you took a test to be a doctor. Right? And let's just say there was one test. All you had to do was take a test, like a driving test or something. You took a test to be a doctor. All you did was memorize shit from the book and just wrote down the answer. Oh, I knew that, I knew that, I knew that. Maybe even you looked at the teacher's edition and you cheated on the whole thing. So you get an A+ on the test. But then after that test, you got to go work in a hospital. You then have to work on patients. But you don't know what the fuck you're doing. You just memorized a bunch of shit. And you're scared shitless. It's a bit like that. They're forced to come. I don't like using the word forced because it freaks people out. But it is a feeling of that. A feeling of, I need to fix this. I need to, because they're feeling this 3 of Swords. I need to do something. But they don't know what the hell they're doing. They don't know. They've psyched themselves out that this is going to be hard. It's going to be tricky. But they show up anyway. I'm telling you, they do. We'll see it when I clarify this. I know we will. Why is the 5 of Wands here? Why is the 5 of Wands here? I knew this was going to be a cool reading. I love this shit. All right. 5 of Wands. It's read with confusion. Confusion doesn't exist in the soul. It tells me, again, the brain is getting in the way here a bit. All right. There's a lot of passion here, though. They are Wands. Why is the 5 of Wands here? Wow, this is a crazy reading. Oh, yeah, okay. I always love it in my reading when the overall energy jives with the either the energy of the connection or the soul, which is bookending in it. It does. It's Page of Wands. Yeah, there's very little resistance to this person, but what's showing up is a child. There's very little soul energy here with all of this. Very little. And that makes sense. It's because of this card here, because they're overthinking. What's on top? It is communication again. Soul has something to say. I think it just comes out a little confusing. I think that's why confusion is reflecting here, right? I mean, if you don't understand the material, right? And then the material here is emotions for these runners. But in school speak, if you don't understand the material, if all you're doing is writing down answers you memorized, you can't really talk on the topic. You can't really expand on it, have a conversation with other scholars on the topic, right? It's very limited knowledge. Yeah, Ten of Wands. Yeah, again, a dam is about to break here. They can't hold back. They can't hold this back. Why is the Ten of Wands here before I open my, the Four of Cups? All they're feeling, like I said, these bookend the soul, the soul bookends the energy of the connection. They're reliving this, okay? Because I guarantee you the moment they ran from you, they felt this, okay? Why'd I do that? As they were running away, they're basically saying to themselves, why am I running away? Why am I running away? That's the Empress. I had a chance to bang the Emperor. Why am I running away? I'm still running. I'm still fucking running. Okay? There's a lot of pain here with that. They're reliving that. Okay? And the burden in the soul for this person is that he didn't bang Blondie. Right? The burden in the soul is they did nothing. They're re-feeling that. Flem just agreed with me. He a hell of an energy reader. And he a Pisces, you know. Okay. Let's talk to the universe. Six of Swords. They want to smooth this out. I get that, but I think there's another message here. I'm not even going to deal with that. That's just obvious. I'm going to go deeper with the universe. I'm going to pull the fickle old gal aside and say, hey, tell me. Just tell me. I won't tell no one, I promise. Right? I shouldn't promise because I'm going to tell you, but either way. Six of Swords. Why is it here? It all ties back to this. They've got to smooth this out. It's not tied here. Yeah, it's about smoothing the Five of Swords, the Three of Swords out. But because I got 5 wands, which is 5 wands here, crossing here, the universe says, go back to the soul position. Yeah. Flat out, the lesson that they didn't learn, that they're having, that the karma, Saturn, all this karmic energy is bringing back, is they wanted you the whole time. They liked you. You were different from anyone they ever met, right? Completely different. He's totally interested in her. Who wouldn't be? Look at her, right? I mean, even if you're a chick watching me and you're not even remotely into other women, you'd still maybe, you would, right? You'd think about it, right? They just had their arms crossed there, but he's totally interested. His body language even says that. There's just some kind of self-defeating attitude that they had to get past. Now they're really overthinking this. What's on top? Yeah, the Knight of Pentacles. Why didn't I go in the water? Why? Why? Why'd I stay here? Stay where I was? They're thinking about it. Going in the water. Maybe too much. Why is the Knight of Pentacles here? The Sun. Again, it's hot. Look, I'm going to have to home spin this whole reading. It's tough energy to explain. All right? But at the end of the day, it's hot. I just got done saying they got to go in the water. They've got to. Why? Because it's hot. It's fucking beat down sun. He's wearing a suit of armor holding a fucking pentacle. It's hot. Even the horse is hot. It's black. It's absorbing all the energy of the sun. They got to go in the water. They've got to smooth this out. Got to get another crack at this. And this time I won't sit there with my arms crossed. It's creating a real burden for them. I don't think they understand the lesson fully. But I do think they could pass a test on it. And if you don't understand the difference, rewind. I've already explained it. Right? It's why some people are better than others at their jobs. Auto mechanics come in different ranges of skill. Doctors come in different ranges of skill. Dentists. Right? I went to a dentist here locally once, all proud. He puts it in his ad that he came in 10th in his class at some big university. And I thought to myself when I looked at it, I don't want to go to you. Can I go to number 9 or 8 or 7? Where are they at? You know, I don't want number 10. Don't tell people you came in 10th. That's not, okay. That's not giving me any confidence. You're standing there with a drill. Okay. I want the number 1 guy. At least number 2. Right? All right. 8 swords here. Your person's 10th in their class is my point here. Oh, God. All right. We don't have a Taurian for that. Right? It's not a Decatorian. right? We've got valedictorian, number 1, and salutatorian, number 2. We don't have anything for anything else. All right. Why is the 8 of Swords here? Very scholar theme in this reading, but it's the only way to explain the energy. Your person's 10th in their class here. And they know it. They know that you had the Queen of Pentacles crossing here. That's you. Queen of Pentacles is a soul nurturing energy, not chasing anybody, got everything they need, you know, understands the material. The Queen of Pentacles is the valedictorian. It's first in the class, you know. Why is the 8 of Swords here? So why is all this overthinking? This should lead to communication. It should lead to somebody showing up. I'd be surprised if it didn't. Yeah. 7 swords crossing 8 swords. In the environment, it's an escalation. And the environmental energy, they're just, you know, again, trying to fool themselves, worried, overthinking too much, deceptive, trying to find a way to sneak away. At the end of the day here, it escalates to 8 swords, which takes us well on our way to 9 swords, which is the end. It's actually encouraging. 9 wands, there's your 9. The suits don't have to match. I knew there was going to be a 9 here. I don't know how. I'm glad it's 9 wands. We go 7, 8, 9. Right? I feel like I'm kicking off a dance. 7, 8, 9, go. You know what? Usually you just stop at 8, I know. But anyway, it's an odd time dance. It is. Again, there's the sun behind the wall. There's the sun there. It's hot. They got to go in the water. I think they show up. I truly do. And I'm not playing around. They do. It's the Emperor. The Emperor. Somebody makes a decision here and does something. That's communication. That's the Emperor getting up off of that throne. No doubt about it. And underneath that Emperor, by the way, in the deck is the Knight of Swords. So again, they've got something they have to say. They have to get it off their chest. I don't think it's very emotional under this energy. Again, I don't think they understand the emotional test material. But they do pass a test of sorts by showing up, by saying something. This is communication. Absolutely. The 9 of Wands is red with the Hanged Man here. Again, they have a new perspective on this. They realize that they can see that sun if they turn around. Okay? And your connection in the mid-month reading, I believe, was represented by the sun. So we have to, all my readings tie together. We have to account for that. All right? Let's see what else the universe wants to tell you. Let's pull, rather than have it just randomly tell you something, let's pull on the Emperor and the Knight of Swords. All right? Let's just do it. Give me 3 cards and a bottom card on the Emperor and the Knight of Swords. The final outcome here on top of all this. It's still a little bit of that, wouldn't it be nice, drifting into, I'm going for it. Fuck it. You know, it really is. All right, let's go. Let's see what it wants to tell. Tell me about the Emperor and the Knight of Swords. What's going on? What's happening here? Yeah. I was just about to say that Emperor would order that Knight of Swords. The bottom of the deck is the King of Swords who orders that Knight of Swords. So that's proof. That alone, my King of Action here, someone wanting to get happy from sad, is proof that that Emperor orders that Knight of Swords. That Knight of Swords definitely is communication. There's no doubt. But what else? Yeah, you want more proof? On the top. I wasn't looking. You know I wasn't. 8 Wands. Communication. I'm not playing with you. I might have to home spin this energy so everyone can understand it. But I think you catch my drift. This is a very emotional thing. There's a lot of passion here. This person comes flying in. This is fast. This is fast. He come jumping off this damn throne, still wearing the suit of armor and all, over to where you are over here. Don't know why they're there. Don't have anything emotional to say. Just they sit there. And your look and your expression is kind of this, like, okay, you're here. Why are you here? And we get that a lot. And I tell you all the time a lot. Just them showing up is proof that you matter. I can tell you from this reading, they're re-feeling this. You mattered the whole fucking time. All right? And there's a lot of karma in play here. I got 2 judgment cards on the table. Center card, crossed by King of Swords. Yeah, 3 swords ties with that. Yeah. What did I say? Rewind. I said it about the rainbow sword. Got to get happy. And I think pointed over here to 3 swords. I bet they do. I bet they do. Taking action on the 3 swords. right? Got to go in the water. It's hot. Same thing, says the same damn thing. This here backs up communication. For a lot of people watching, the universe knows that you don't believe when someone says this is communication or that's communication. You want the Eight of Wands. Well, you want it, you got it. There it is. And when I pulled on this, I wanted to check my energy read for those of you who need that Eight of Wands. What's read with the Eight of Wands? Whatever happens here changes everything. I got 2 judgments. That means that they show up. That means that we get past judgment. In order to get to the world, you have to get past its bouncer. And its bouncer is judgment. And we have it twice. Yeah. They are overthinking this. It's probably why they show up, and it's a weird conversation, but it does. It changes everything. This is the most powerful card I could pull. It's fucking unreal. And you want more proof? Fine. Fueling this King of Swords, whole time was a Six of Pentacles. Somebody given to it. But they given to it, and I told you this before in a recent reading, the way they know how. It's not real emotional. Okay? It isn't. And it might be too late for that. I don't know. But I know from this energy that they really want to make this work. They really want to try to understand this. So in the respect of the teacher analogy, you're the teacher here. Okay? I don't say anything in these readings that isn't part of the energy. And I said earlier, a good teacher lets the student figure out the answer because it makes them, it makes it stick better. It gives them confidence. But also a good teacher makes things understandable. Okay? So you may have to, in this conversation, which is likely coming for a good number of you, make this person understand where you're coming from. Make sure you share your point of view. Okay? And make sure they understand it. Home spin it if you have to. Take a lesson from me. I take complex energies and home spin them. Right? That's what I do. It's what I'm good at. It's probably why this channel is as, popular as it is, if that's the case. I don't know. But that's what's going on here. It changes. This conversation changes everything. You have a lot of power in this. Okay? But yeah, somebody definitely. It's as close to a guarantee as I can give you. Now, I got to go pull some Wicked Voodoo in an extended. Because I got to pull on this soul energy here. And this confusion. And what's going on within the process of judgment. Okay? What's going on? We're basically going to lick the sweat off this blazing in the hot sun in his suit of armor. Which, by the way, the suit of armor here, you could see it right here. It's hot. That sun beats down on that. I imagine that's not real good on a hot day. We'll find out what's going on. We'll find out what this energy means for you, Saturn, because I always pull on you at the beginning of the extendeds, just to get some contrast. We'll pull a pyramid. We'll pull a timeline. We'll rip the shit out of this energy. We'll see what happens. All right? That's your reading. I hope it was helpful. All right? If you like this reading, please like, share, and subscribe. Appreciate all the subscribers, everybody who shares, and everybody who watches. If you want the extended, the link is in the description. Good luck.